When we were at the village, Betty got sick, and Mukul took her out in the boonies. I followed, and then I stayed with her in her misery. Meanwhile, both of us missed the opium drinking, and if anyone needed the opium for anti-diarrheal, Betty needed it. I thought that was one of the highlights of the trip. Not Betty in the boonies, no, but visiting the village and seeing how they dealt with everyday life. Then we went to the Prince's Hotel, and there was a group of drummers meeting us with garlands of flowers as we walked up the steps, and they showered us with petals, and the hotel was Rohit Gar. I forgot to tell you how I couldn't believe my eyes when we went up to the Menrangar Fort in an Otis elevator. An Otis elevator. Going up, I moaned because the elevator was so crowded. And then when I came down, me and 9 other men, we got stopped. And one man got us going again by doing something to it manually. You know, I never trust a loaded elevator. I hate them when people keep going in, you can't even breathe. What if it stops? You're stuck there. I got stuck once in Hawaii with a man that smoked a cigar, and I thought him and the lady was going to kill each other. She said, "Step on that thing. You're using up all my oxygen." And he was. Okay. Now, what a lovely day this was. 2 jeeps loaded with us and out in the desert scrub rushing antelopes, and then a great home-cooked meal. The hotel is 350 years old, and it is their homestead. And in the last 20 years, they made it into a hotel. I think everyone enjoyed the day. The Bishnois do not kill anything. They put a mask over their mouth so that not even a gnat would fly in their mouth. Then they might swallow it by accident. We met the prince, Siddharth, and he is 4th generation, and as we went through the village, there was a real old man in his 90s, and he knew the prince. He knew the prince's father, the prince's grandfather, and the prince's son. 4 generations. And now, tonight, the show begins. We are outside in the courtyard by a blazing fire with the giant kettles. It is crackling, and we are having a cocktail and playing with Swally, the sweet black Labrador dog. Betty is in the room sick. While we are watching the village opera, it is something about a man, he is supposed to be not smoking, but he sneaks smokes behind his wife's back. She gets mad at him and goes out with another man. And when she comes back, she brings a baby. What in the world does that have to do with not smoking? I could not understand. Oh, it was so funny, but I couldn't understand it. At 2 times, Swally ran out like a speeding bullet, growling at the man. And later on, I asked the princess, is that in the act? Oh, yes, she says. Swally was trained to do that on command. As the man raised up a certain cloth, she ran fast at him, growling. It was funny. We were all laughing. Oh, God, what a fun program. And then off to bed. Our room is small, but it ornately decorated, loaded with paintings, colored glass windows, color hanging lamps. Did I say who owned the place? Rajputs. Prince Rawatji Nawar Singh, J.I., and his wife was the princess Buratna Prabha, and then their son, who will be the next prince, was Burbhadra. Mukul, don't laugh when I say these names. They own and operate this place as a hotel. The next day, we walked down to and through the one long town street. What a nice walk that was. We were enjoying all the tiny shops, selling so many different things. And then to Prince Rawatji Nawar Singh's house to sit on his lawn, on his cane chairs, And his boys served us tea and coffee and salty biscuits that the princess made and sesame seed cookies that the princess made. And I threw Swally a bone, and she runs and brings it back and says, "Let's play. Throw it again." And then she stood there and begged by James. She was slobbering, waiting for a cookie.